And so it just means you can transact in Steam backed dollars, 3-second transaction times, 0 fees, and you know you're sending about a dollar's worth of Steam.
Irkutsk, Siberia, which has a cold climate and very, very low electricity costs. This is where Elevate Group's mining farm is located. Open to US citizens, register on the website, complete KYC, order your miners and have them delivered to the farm. The rigs are checked and maintained by a team of engineers 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, has full security as well. I visited the farm in November 2018. Here you can see the two co-founders, Amir and Gabi. Calculations and profits are posted publicly and receive Bitcoin into your own wallet on a regular basis. Do check it out.
It's decentralized.
Right. Yeah. So let me look at this, right? So let's look at this. LCKJ. Are many crypto boring to date? Now,
well, hopefully we haven't bored too many people on this call yet.
What's this? There's 4 minute 6 second video.
Yeah.
What's this play 6? What does that mean? The 6.
That means that 6 people have watched it.
Okay, and then $6.11.
Yes, correct.
So how has she earned $6.11 from 6 people watching it?
So how it works is we have a very large stake on Steem.
Right.
We have between 2 and 3 million Steem, which is one of the largest projects on Steem.
Yep.
And that allows us to direct a lot of the new inflation, right? So what we've done recently on 3SPEAK is, before we just used to watch all the videos manually and then decide who got what money based on whatever we thought was a good video. Mm-hmm. But as time's going on, as we're starting to scale now and grow, we can't keep on top of all of that with the team that we've got. So what we do is we break it up into segments of, I think it's 6 hours.
Mm-hmm.
So every 6 hours, it collates who got the most views in that particular 6 hour period.
Right.
And it ranks you based on how many views you got. And then it distributes the Steem power that we've got, which is new inflation, the Steem token, based on who got the most views, basically. So if someone came in and got like 1,000 views and this person got 6 views, their vote would be much lower. But it probably happened that within the 6 hour period that she posted, there weren't any other videos that got many more than 6 or 10 or 20 views, right? So at the moment, some of our views are very, very low. We're starting to grow, certainly. We're getting about, I think it's about 100,000 views a month on average, or sorry, 100,000 individual visitors a month. And we've had, prior to this, we made people pay to use the platform. So all these content creators, until a month ago, were paying about $4 a month to use the platform to make sure that we could cover costs. In the meantime, we managed to build some tech that allows us to keep our costs somewhat capped. So we've recently removed the subscription fee. And so the platform should hopefully start to grow a lot quicker over the next few months, because people are starting to realize, oh, it's free now, we can start using it.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. So and that was all kind of getting it was in the testing period, getting things ready, so that it's not perfect, the site isn't perfect, but it's in a position now to start bringing more and more people on. And it's more
okay. And then let me turn the volume down. And then let me see other features. I can I can share it, expand it. 56 thumbs up, 6 views. How does that work out?
So this is to do with the Steem blockchain. So what often happens on Steem is there's voting bots, and you can put a trail. So if you like LCKJ's work, but you don't always watch it, you would still be able to put a vote on her to make sure she gets paid. Yeah, even if you didn't watch her content, just because you know that you've watched the Steem blockchain for a while, you look at the content on there, you go, okay, this is a decent person. She's not trying to steal the reward. She's actually creating decent content. So people actually do auto votes that will vote her automatically. So 6 people clicked view, but 56 accounts voted for her on the Steem blockchain. And that may be the only reason that she got the $6, because it's not just 3SPEAK that are in charge of who gets the money. It's the whole Steem community. So 3SPEAK's got quite a big vote, so we can vote a reasonable amount for people's videos. But let's say we didn't vote anything, but all of her followers voted. And those people might be not even looking at 3SPEAK, they might be looking at other Steem platforms.
Yeah.
Then she would get the $6 from those other people voting as well.
Okay, well, there is so much in here that I could ask about and go into. And
so this just before you go off this screen, you can't see it here, but can you see where it says $0.00 on the comments?
On the here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what we hope happens here, and what should happen, is that people should, you know, if it's an interesting, articulate comment,
Mhm.
right, then people should be able to vote for that comment and give it some steam inflation. So your comments are actually valuable, right? And this is what's amazing to me, is that on YouTube and the traditional media platforms, your comments aren't valuable at all. You don't get rewarded for your comments unless like the content creator is giving out a prize.
Mhm.
But as people gain Steam and Speak token and the token of the community, we can now distribute money to the commenters, to your followers.
Mhm.
So, for example, one of the things we use that for is we have a leaderboard. So we have a top 30, and every day of each month, a new member of the top 30 gets part of the vote, and they can distribute that vote to their commenters. So they can actually pay their commenters about $50 a month on average. And that to me is an amazing thing, because it means that you, Crypto Rich, now can say, hey, come comment on my videos or come comment in my community. And on the, whenever it is, assuming you get in the top 30, on the 30th of January this month, I'm going to get $50 or $60 to distribute to people. And you'll be able to just click vote and upvote people. I think the maximum is $4 a comment. So if you're, for example, running a competition or something, so you say to people, hey, come post this information on by the 30th of January, come answer this question, or come tell me why Crypto Rich is great, or come tell me why Crypto Rich needs to improve, right? Or whatever. Or maybe there's a sponsor deal that you have where you get your users to make a comment about the sponsor. You get them to go use the sponsor or sign up to the sponsor, and you say the top 10 people will get a $4 vote each, you know, just for signing up. And now you can start distributing our currency, our Steam stake, to your commenters, to your community. Once a month you can do that at the moment, but as time goes on, when you release your own token, you'll be able to just distribute tokens to your community. And if you create a good economic model behind those tokens, they'll have economic value, you know. So you'll be able to create value out of thin air and distribute it to your best followers, basically.
Right. Okay, very good. And then I'm just looking at Louis Thomas' website.
Yeah.
So he's earned this money.
Yeah.
Okay, and
well,
is it
that's the value of the money he earns? He earns Steam tokens.
Right.
That's the value of the Steam. That video is valued at that much.
28 million for right now, and it might be more tomorrow.
Yeah. You can vote on. You can distribute Steam stake for 7 days. So for the first 7 days, he can still receive votes on that, and then that will trend on our trending page, but it will also trend on all of the other Steam platforms pages as well. So that, you know, the video that got $69 almost certainly trended on the Steam trending page as well, on the STEEMIT.com trending page. It will have trended on SteamPeak. It will have trended on Busy.org. It will have trended on Partico. And all of these different apps have got eyes and attention on them. So you're trending in a lot more places than just on 3SPEAK.
Right. Because that's something you told me, that if I upload my videos onto 3SPEAK, I get to go on all these other Steam-based applications.
Correct, because they're all pulling the same data from the Steam blockchain.
So it means I'd get to go and my videos would show up on STEEMIT.com.
Yes, correct. Yeah.
Okay. All right. And then let me see what else. Is there anything like a white paper or somewhere where someone can go to find out, read up on the project?
For 3SPEAK?
Yeah.
At the moment, there is no white paper. One of the things that I would recommend people to go take a look at is a presentation that we did. Let me see if I can pull that up real quick.
Right. So this is the 3SPEAK presentation, which I'll link to in the description below, which explains more about 3SPEAK and how it works. Very good. And who is this? One of your co-founders?
Yeah, this is our co-founder. They call me Dan. He's a very large Steam whale and set up several successful startups in the blockchain world so far.
Right. Okay. So we'll go through that. So I'll link to that. People can.
That's just basically a 10-minute summary of what 3SPEAK is, basically. So if you want a quick summary of what the platform is, it will tell you about kind of all the major things on there.
Right. Okay. And then I was looking at Louis Thomas's channel, and I saw this earnings.
Yeah.
Now this. Okay. So he's got Speak, which is a token that runs on the Steam blockchain.
Not yet, no. Speak is currently an in-platform token that you use to donate. So you can buy Speak and you can donate it to the content creators.
Right. Okay. And how do you buy Speak with Steam?
No, you can do it with credit card. So if you go to, I think you have to be logged in, but you can go and you can buy Speak on the platform. And
Okay.
then you can just donate. And then each video has a donation button. So you actually donate to the video rather than to the content creator.
Right.
Which just means that the content can be monetized for years after the 7-day period on the Steem blockchain.
Okay. And then available balance, lifetime earnings.
Mm-hmm.
And this Steem balance, where is this from?
So that's he may have earned more Steem than that over the time he's been on the platform. He may have withdrawn it and sent it to an exchange or somewhere else to monetize. But that's the Steem that's in his wallet currently on the Steem blockchain. So you can go anywhere on the Steem blockchain and look at his wallet, and you can see that that's his Steem balance.
Right. And what's this?
That's Steem-backed dollars. So that's an equivalent amount of Steem to $1, which is a separate currency. It's basically Steem's stable token.
Okay.
But it's always valued somewhere around $1. Sometimes it goes down to 70 cents. Sometimes it goes up to $1.20. But it generally stays around $1. And so it just means you can transact in Steem-backed dollars, 3-second transaction times, 0 fees, and you know you're sending about $1 worth of Steem.
Right. Okay. So one SBD is worth $1 generally.
Correct.
Right. Okay. Okay. And then there's the Steem power as well. So you got Steem, you got Steem-backed dollars, and you got Steem power, which is what content creators can use to reward viewers and commenters. Yes.
Correct. So Steem power is basically staking your Steem.
Right.
Right. So you've got Steem, which kind of just is the liquid currency that you can send around really easily, but you can then power it up or just basically stake it into the platforms.
So if Louis were to stake this,
yeah,
that would then be Steem power. It wouldn't show in this wallet, would it show?
Yeah. I'm not sure if we're showing this in this wallet. I don't think it would.
Right.
This is just liquid, but you can go check out Steem wallet. You can see his wallet on Steem. In fact, let me just quickly get that. It should take 2 seconds to get that up.
I mean, look in Louis Thomas's wallet. I hope you don't mind it.
Wow. It's public data because it's a blockchain.
Yeah.
So everyone can see what everyone has.
And this is a privacy coin.
Well, yeah, you know, at some point maybe there'll be some sort of Steem alternative that's a privacy token. I'm just going to send this to you, so if you can bring that up. Yeah. I'm not sure if Louis will know that we've been looking inside his wallet, but you can look in anyone's wallet, you know, on the Steem blockchain.
Okay.
So this is the STEEMIT.com STEEMIT wallet, and it's a slightly different layout to our wallet. So he has 1,073 liquid Steem and 8,688 Steem power
that he has staked. Okay.
So with that stake, with the 8,000 Steem stake, he can now go vote people's videos and people's comments with it and give his followers currency. So the more Steem that he has, the more currency he can give to his followers. Right? So I'm not sure whether he knows that or not, but as time goes on and we kind of release this out, the more Steem that you earn, the more you're going to be able to reward your followers for commenting on your videos, right? So of course, if they just comment like, "Oh, that was a nice video," it's a stupid thing to reward. But if you start asking people, "Hey, what do you think about this?" or "This is a competition I'm running," answer in the comments, or write an articulate, useful answer, or intelligent answer about this question, or whatever it is, or about my content, then you can start rewarding the higher value content. And what you find is the comments completely clean themselves up because people know they're going to get monetized on the comments. Right. You don't get very many people posting shit comments. They generally post useful, articulate comments and try to make an effort in the hope that they might get 50 cents or $1 for their comment. Of course, it's worth doing because just a quick comment, as long as it's reasonably intelligent and articulate, to get $1 for it, you keep doing that over and over again. You start making a living doing that type of thing. Yeah,
yeah, very good, very good. Okay, and then let me see. I think what we're going to do, I'm going to ask you a few more questions, right? And then I'll let people know there's the Discord and the Telegram group, Twitter. And which one's larger, the Discord or Telegram? Which one's more larger?
Probably the Discord. The Telegram's fairly new. We just launched the Telegram. But the Discord's pretty active. We're all in there. I'm always checking it. I don't always respond, but I definitely read everything that's going on in there. And if there's urgent things or things that are important that we need to address, then I'll certainly address them. We have our devs in there. We have our curators in there. We have a couple of our content issuers in there as well. So people are there, they know what's going on, and they can generally answer the questions that people have. You were talking about a white paper. I'm currently writing it, so we haven't got that out yet, but that's going to happen in the next, say, month or two. And then the SMT should be fully released. They should be off testnet, and we'll start releasing our token. The token won't be ICO'd, like I said before. It'll just be purchased to use. So you can purchase, and so for example, if you're an advertiser or you want to get your content trending, you'll be able to purchase the token and utilize it to get content more visible on the platform, or get your advertisements on the platform. Or if you just want governance capability, if you want to have a say over how it works, or if you want to be able to hold the token, and the more of the token that you hold, the more you can distribute to your followers. So there's various different attributes to holding the token, utilities to holding the token. And so that's kind of where we're going to go next. And then after that, shortly, it should be the communities set feature, sort of in the next 3, 4, maybe 5 months. We're looking at releasing these communities out. We already have several communities operating on there. But to make it really easy for you to issue a community and then issue a token on top of that community, that's coming up fairly soon. And we really think that's going to be the game changer, because the ability for content creators to monetize their community is massive, especially if people like you have spent months and months and months creating communities on places like Facebook, which it can always be removed from you, right? When you can come across to somewhere like 3SPEAK or the STEEM blockchain, and you can create a community on there, if you build those followers, no one can remove those followers from you, right? It's your community. You actually own it. You own your digital infrastructure to your community. And then you'll have your own token that you issue from your own account that people can receive. And there won't be any Facebook or any bank or government that can tell you, you got to shut this down. I mean, I guess if they actually ask you to do that, then maybe you need to comply with the laws in that country or whatever. But generally, there isn't going to be any way that Facebook or YouTube can just suddenly overnight turn you off and all of a sudden your community's gone. There'll be an economy there built for you. And I genuinely think this is the future, because it takes all of the control away from the centralized powers, and it puts them into your hands as a content creator, so that you own your community, you own your token, you own your digital products that you're going to sell through that community, whatever they be. And we need to work with you to develop those. And then no one can take them away from you, right? No one, I mean, okay, we'll develop an interface that allows you to do it really, really easily, right? And yeah, okay, if we became corrupt, we might be able to hack the code and damage it for you, so that you can't use it. But as time goes on, there's going to be more and more people doing this, and more decentralized options to create these communities and create features on top of the communities, so that you can sell the products and you can monetize your community. That even if we were to remove your capability to interface with your community, it still exists there. It still exists on the STEEM blockchain. The accounts that follow your community are all on the blockchain. You would have to pay off the witnesses to remove that, and there's just no reason to do that.
That's right.
And then once the token's released, again in the same way, no one will ever be able to remove that token from your account. You'll be able to distribute that token, if you just send it to people to donate to them, or if you use the STEEM blockchain distribution capability with the inflation. So the more stake that you hold, the more you can distribute by upvoting people's comments and people's content in your community. This is massive to me, because it's kind of like Steam Monsters is doing. There's a game on Steam called Steam Monsters. It's very similar to Magic the Gathering. It's a card game.
I've covered it.
You've covered it,
yeah.
Well, the beauty of it is that no one can ever remove your cards from your account.
Yeah.
Right. So they might decide that, like, there's been several examples of gamers, big gamers, like commenting their politics, right? Which I generally try and stay away from online. But people say, they don't like Trump or they don't like Clinton or whatever it is, right? They'll say their politics. And then if the platform owners support the other side, they've already removed people. People have been playing the game for like 7 years and developed like a million follower community on the platform. They just remove it. And you're just like, how can that be? How can that be in today's day and age? Well, it doesn't need to be like that anymore. Decentralized platforms will allow that content creator to keep all of the cards, all of the assets that they've accumulated over time from playing the game or from using the platform. And even if they make that user's experience very, very bad, like, so if Steam Monsters or Splinterlands, as they're now known, were to remove a player from their platform because they offended the owners or something, right? The player would still have all the cards that they've accumulated over time. And those cards have all got attributes that they add to over time from utilizing them. So the cards become more and more valuable. and then there's no one that can stop them from going trading those into an exchange and exchanging them for real Bitcoin or money or whatever. So we've gone past this age of centralized platforms being able to stop you from doing things, certainly take away the value that you've created on these platforms. We're now in the age of, unfortunately, it means you've got to you kind of got to start again, right? But the great thing is about having communities already in place, you can start bringing them across, and we're, as I've said, with our distribution mechanism, where you get some of our vote, you're going to be able to vote for your own things, you're able to issue your own currencies. You'll have incentivizations to bring your community, your existing community across, and that's where it starts. Because once they come across, I'm not just saying it's Steem. I'm sure that as time goes on, many of the other blockchains will build their own communities features and their own tokenization features. But I know that Steem's fairly far ahead with that at the moment. And once you get those communities on there, no one can take them away. Once you build assets on these platforms, they will be decentralized held assets that no one can take away. As long as the asset itself is in some form of text content. So a video, if you want to call a video an asset, okay, but storing video on blockchains is incredibly difficult.
Yeah, you did say earlier.
Yeah.
It's earlier.
The blog itself will be issued with a video essentially attached to it. And the blog can have text in there. So if you really wanted to, if there's really a video you felt was very important, you could put the text of the blog in the text of the video in the blog, and that gets preserved. That's preserved 100%. You know,
Wow.
And so all these things become your assets that you monetize. And then once you can start releasing tokens and in-game assets that you can hold, or in-platform assets. So for example, as time goes on, we'll build medals. You know, rewards for statuses on the platform as you've used it for longer and you've achieved certain ranks and things. And these things will be in some way tradable, because they'll provide you with new, what's the word? They'll provide you with new authority to do things, you know, new privileges, let's say, that you can then potentially in the future be able to trade with other people that want to buy those privileges off you. Or you may want to keep them and collect them and hold them for the long term, you know. But the thing is that we won't be able to take them away from you. They'll be on the blockchain. There'll be assets on the blockchain. And this is one of the things I think people have kind of missed. Everyone's thinking about what blockchain is going to go to the moon, how you can speculate, how you can purchase tokens and things and make money off the investment side. But it's not about that at all. There is a revolution going on here in ownership of digital assets. And that's where this whole thing goes, you know. And the more that we can build platforms, the more we can work together and learn from each other, and get guys like you on board and start using these platforms and demonstrating to your communities, look, these are digital assets and I hold them and I own them. There's nothing anyone can do about it. And by the way, I can sell them to you and you can get a signed photo of me, for example. Or, you know, also you can get on my trending page, you can get attention, you can get advertisements. This is an amazing thing, and there's nothing anyone can do to stop you now. So welcome to the future, you know, and I hope that with working with people like you and the other platforms that are around, that we can achieve this. We really can achieve this, and we can have independent floating economies, hopefully on the level of the creator, of the individual creators and their communities. And people can, potentially people in your community will be able to earn a living off helping your community in the future, right? Because I'm sure you have many guys, and I'll be one of them now, that kiss your ass a little bit, you know, oh, hey, how you doing, cryptorich, can I help you out with this, can I help you out with that, you know, because people become fans, you know, people really do become fans. And those people in the current paradigm, they do it off their own backs.
Yep.
Well, how cool would it be if you could just send them currency that has an economic value because it has a utility for products that you sell, and you can reward the people who you feel are the most useful in your community with the tokens that they deserve, essentially. And so you can say, hey, and now not only that, but what that does is it allows you to incentivize more people to come help out with your community and grow it in the direction that you want to grow it. There's within that, there's all sorts of little mini jobs that I'm sure people do for you, or you might want to ask people to do, but you can't reward them because you've not got the income, and certainly not the stability of somewhere like YouTube. But when you have your own token system and you build genuine useful products into that token, so there's an economic value behind it, you can then sell that token into the market, or you could give it to your community or members of your community so they can sell it into the market and go achieve other things with it, right? And grow even more. It's economic value created out of thin air with genuine immutable tokens. My favorite one to me is going to be the memes, you know, tokenizing memes. It's massive because you just look at some of the content creators' careers. I'm sure you've had plenty of drama in your career, you know. where your community have just taken the piss. Hopefully they've taken the piss a little bit, and they've issued a few memes and had a bit of fun. Well, those things have value, but in today's world, you can't monetize them because they're replicatable digital assets, right? So you can just do a copy of them. But when you can attach the token to that meme and you can prove that it came from your account, so you're the original creator of that token, now it has value because there's only one of them or maybe two of them, and people can then they then become collector's items. And so when we can start, something happens in your life, hopefully good news, and people write some funny memes about it, right? Maybe once a month you have a system where you issue one highly rare meme, and then a couple of less so, and then maybe one meme's got 20 versions of it, 20 copies, and then your community can go buy those things in the hope that in the future they're going to become collector's items, So these things are starting to happen, and when that happens, there's going to be nothing that 3SPEAK can do about it. We will create the technology to do that, because we'll never be able to take those meme tokens off anyone. We'll never be able to take the tokens that you distribute to your community off your community. They will be owned by those people. And so when we're talking about decentralized platforms, it's the ownership and the governance attributes that people will actually have in a decentralized way. The actual storage of the videos, we will do our best to back them up, and we are doing that, but you can't say that that's officially decentralized, as it were. But no one can. No one will be able to do it. I don't see that happening for a number of years yet. One of the things that we are exploring is, do we work with Library? Do we work with BitTorrent? How do we integrate with these? Because there are several other platforms that have started to integrate with them. So we are looking into that as well. Bit heavily loaded on the dev resource side, so we've got other things we're focusing on at the moment. But certainly we need to make ourselves anti-fragile. So we will, over time, decentralize our storage more. We will, if the technology ever comes around, we will certainly use decentralized video storage on blockchains. So it's such an exciting time, and it's a new paradigm completely. And to me, I don't think people are seeing this yet. I think it hasn't been realized in the blockchain community yet that this is where it's going. Just excited to be part of it.
Fabulous. Your excitement and your passion for it is coming through. And what I like about it is that it's decentralized, that it gives away the ownership, that there is the individual economies that each content creator can create to reward their viewers, that the viewers can earn money and the content creators can earn money, and it's censorship resistant.
Yeah, the transactions are immutable.
Yes, which brings us back to the beginning, right? Brings us back full circle. Because I would like you to come back on the channel at some point, because there's more to discuss about this once I've uploaded the video and discovered things for myself, and I have more questions, right? Is there any last thing you want to say before we finish up?
What would be an important last thing to say right now?
That you haven't said already? Maybe you've said it all.
I think, I've probably exhausted everything. I don't want to repeat myself too much. I can't wait to have you up in Birmingham at some point. We were saying the other day, it's very rare for the crypto community to see two Brits talking to each other. We do like to take the piss a little bit. Basically, I would call cryptorich a Southern Fairy, and he would call me a monkey. I wouldn't be so rude, but I'm not coming to Birmingham. He's not coming to Birmingham. I'm going to get you one day. Find a way to Birmingham. I'll say, hey, Rich, nice to see you in Birmingham.
All right.
But yeah, hopefully we'll organise a few meetups. Hopefully we'll see you in a couple of crypto conferences as well.
Absolutely, absolutely, and I'll speak to you before that. And for anybody who's watching, I'll have the links in the description below to the Discord, the website, the Telegram. Do participate, do find out, do upvote, comment, like, all that business, and follow me on Twitter, cryptorich YT. And between now and when I see you next, please keep filling your pockets with 3SPEAK profits. This is Crypto Rich and Crypto Matt signing out. All the best. Bye bye.